Today we're going to have some fun doing some little mini obstacle courses. So you can use a variety of different things from around your home that you can use for your obstacles, and I'll give you some ideas today to show you what I use around the house. Remember kids, ask your parents, mum or dad first before you use any items from around the house, just to make sure that they're okay with them being used so that you don't get in trouble and I don't get in trouble. Now some dogs will be really confident walking over a variety of different things. Some dogs will find some items a little bit of a challenge. For dogs that find an item a little bit of a challenge, slow down, take it easy. Remember to give lots of cookies, lots of kibble rewards, treat rewards. Even place the treat on the object so that they're starting to think cool stuff happens with that particular item. If you've got a dog that zooms along, that's not necessarily a good thing, because sometimes dogs race along when they're not feeling confident because they just want to get it over and done with as soon as they possibly can. So if you've got a dog that just runs across it really, really quickly, then try putting one treat on every obstacle, just so that they're stopping, eating that treat, moving to the next obstacle, stopping, eating the treat, and moving along that way, just to help build up their confidence. Alright, I'll show you some of the obstacles or some of the items that I've gathered from around the house that we're going to use for our little mini obstacle course.
Right, our obstacles. The first one here is a rubbish bin lid. I've turned it upside down so that it actually has a little bit of a wobble to it when you stand on it. That could be a bit challenging for some dogs, so if you find your dog is struggling with that, flick it over so it's on the flat and just get them to walk over it that way. Our next obstacle is a kitchen step, so we'll just get Cosmo to stand on that and step on it. Then we've got a couple of cushions off the couch, so this is good for practicing standing on something that's a little bit less stable because they move as you stand on them. And our last thing is a chair, so we're going to get Cosmo to go underneath the chair.
I've got my treats at the ready to reward him at every station. Good. Good. Nice. Good. Under. Up. Under. Good. Right, now I'm going to send him back the other way. Under. Good. Good. Nice. Good. Good boy. And we'll just do it another time. Okay. Good. Good. Up, down, under. Good boy. Under. Good. Nice. Good boy. Alright, so I've changed out some of the obstacles for some different things. So let's go through and have a closer look at what I've used this time.
Right, and this little obstacle course, we've got a cardboard box for Cosmo to step into. You could use a plastic container, that's fine as well. Then we've got some pool noodles here for Cosmo to step over and in between. If you haven't got pool noodles, you could use broomsticks, even hula hoops. If you've got hula hoops, lie them down on the ground, anything like that. Then we've got a plastic container here filled with some kids' plastic balls. If you haven't got plastic balls, you can use plastic milk bottles, plastic containers. It all works the same. And our last obstacle that we're using is a beanbag over on its side. So that's quite an unstable surface for them to stand on because all the beans move around underneath their feet. And so we'll get Cosmo to stand on that, turn around, and then head back down the obstacles.
Alright, let's have a go with Cosmo and show you what it looks like. Come here, Cosmo. Cosmo. Good boy. In. Good. Nice. Good boy. Nice. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Nice. Sit. Right, we'll just fix up our pool noodles. Excuse me, sit. In. Good. Walk. Good. 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 Nice. Good boy. Walk. Good. Walk. Good. In. Good. Nice work. Right, now for our third example for some obstacles that can be used for our little mini course. Let's take a closer look.
Right, so our first obstacle is an aerobic step. You don't need obviously to have an aerobic step. You can use a plank of wood, you can use a plastic container, cardboard box, anything like that that's solid enough for your dog to stand on. Next item is we've got two tunnels. One's an agility tunnel, still in its wrapper, and the other one's a kids tunnel that's all folded up, closed. Obviously most of you won't have an agility tunnel, but you could put a tarp down. It's got that same sort of plasticky sound when they walk on it, so that's fine as well. And the last thing that we've got here is a ladder that's closed up and lying on its side down on the ground. Some dogs, it's fine to get your dog to step in between, so they're stepping on the ground in between the bits of the ladder. Some dogs you might find will actually step on the edge of the ladder. Cosmo will probably step on the edges because he's been doing a bit of work on training that recently. So yeah, we'll see how that one goes.
Okay, Cosmo. Walk on. Good. Walk on. Good. Good. Walk on. Good. Oh, nice. Standing on it. Good boy. Walk on. Good. Yep. Try to move that the other way. Walk on. Good. Nice. Boy, walk on. Good. Alright. Let's have one more go. Walk on. Good. Walk. Good. Nice work. Well done, buddy. Good boy. Okay, fine. Nice. Okay. Good work. Alright. Have a look around your house, see what you come up with. Your imagination is really the only limit to what you can find to use for obstacles for your course. Just make sure that whatever you use is safe for your dog. It's not likely to cut their paws or anything like that. Kids, if you're going to include anything for your dog to jump over, make sure it's at a low height for your dog, and also make sure that your dog is over 18 months old. Otherwise you can do damage to their muscles and their bones. Right, have some fun, find some unique obstacles, and if you find something really cool that you use, then make a video of it and share with us so that everyone else can see what cool items that you're using as well. Alright, have a fun day.